Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. I'm your humble host, Victor Gwynn, aka my brother's keeper. It is great to be back on the program today. Welcome to Speak On It Sports. My co-host is having a little technical difficulties right now, but we're ready to get him on as soon as he's ready to come on. T Sizzle, you know you there. We haven't been on in a while, but this is our pre-draft analysis show. We're just going to be diving in. We're not going to give you all the good nuggets today, but what we are going to do is we're going to discuss some things that we think could possibly happen and some things that may worry us pertaining to our teams in the draft, but mostly all about the draft, about every team in the NFL. And for the next hour, I hope that you will be a part of the program. If you want to be a part of it, 512-539-0648. Like us on Speak On It Sports on Facebook and at NYG Men for Life, and subscribe to my YouTube channel listed below right there. It is a great time. I don't know. There's nothing to do with football right now, but if you're a golfer and you didn't watch the Masters, for some reason the Masters to me this year was just really good, and I really enjoyed it. For some reason, it was exciting to me to be a part of it. Even if I wasn't there, I was just home, watching it. It was very exciting. I think the ebbs and flows of Rory McIlroy with this lead, and you still got Scotty Scheffler coming in, but then you got this older statesman. You got I forgot his name. I don't know if it's Love or I forgot his name. But anyway, Justin Rose. Was it Justin Rose? Anyway, Justin Rose, I believe it was. Elder statesman guy, he's coming in and he's still trying to, you know what I mean? He's still trying to get it in, and it was just awesome to watch. So Masters is good. But we're not here for that right now. We're here for the 2025 NFL draft. And this is the Speak On It Sports pre-NFL draft buzz sort of thing. So we'd like to hear from you about any of your teams. But let's dive into a couple of things. The top three teams right now are the Tennessee Titans, who have the number 1 overall pick. And you have the Cleveland Browns, who are picking second after that. And you have the New York Giants, my squad, is picking after that. And then things tend to get a little murky after that as well. But everybody has a consensus to go number 1 is going to be Cam Ward. In my estimation, I think Cam Ward is the best quarterback. Not because he possesses so much more quarterback talent. I think it's his physical capabilities rather than Shedeur. Shedeur is a little bit smaller in stature, smaller in frame, but also, he doesn't have that arm strength like a Cam Ward. Cam Ward has that body and that build. Kind of reminds me of a Steve McNair almost, the way his body was built and the way he is. But Tennessee is wait 1 second. I got my boy else in. You add him to the stage. What's up, please? How you doing?
I had like nine different chat rooms we was in.
Sorry about that. What's going on?
What's going on?
Apologize for that. So I was just briefing everybody on basically this is the pre-draft show. We're not gonna give everybody the nuggets today, but we're just going to talk about some things that we think could go down within the first 10 picks of the draft. No, let's go first 5 picks of the draft with regard to the teams and how we see those teams going, and throw in a scenario, sort of say a 5 may want to move up to a 1 or a 2 going back, or a 3, moving up to 1. We'll give them those little nuggets for the next about 55 minutes. So, but anyway, before that, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in a long time. Hope you had a good Friday. Hope your Easter's going to be great. I know it's going to be great. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I wanted to say how you doing and everything's good.
Doing blessed, brother. How about you and the family?
Man, the family's highly blessed. Can't be stressed, man. We just living life, man, and we loving it, man. So let's dive into the 2025 NFL Draft, 1 through 5. Do you see any surprises between 1 through 5, or do you have it mapped out in your head? If I know you, you may have one surprise, somebody moving up between that and the top 5.
So I actually have a couple surprises. 1 through 5 exactly. I think that I'm not sure if both quarterbacks go in the top 5.
So okay, hold on. This is something we don't want to give everybody the nuggets that we think about right now. We're gonna cruise right into this. We still got our draft show coming up soon too. But so let's just bring it down a little bit for everybody. You're saying what right now?
So if I'm not sure Shador goes in top 5.
Okay, I can believe that. I can believe that because the Giants are the team that need a quarterback, and once they pass them, I mean, Cleveland needs a quarterback, but obviously we know Cleveland is in, quarterback hell over there, and they got too much money invested in that. So if he gets past 2, the Giants are more likely to have the 3rd spot. But the Giants look at, if Cam Ward and Travis Hunter are gone, Abdul Carter is the guy at this position because he fits more. And like you said, you don't get drafted in top 5. You got New England, you got the Jaguars who are paying their quarterbacks, and then you have the Las Vegas Raiders at 6. Is that what you're going with?
No.
Explain, please. Explain. I need to know.
So I think if Cam Ward goes number 1, I think we see Shador take a slide. I think we're gonna.
What quarterback needy team is he going to slide to? You have the Raiders at 6, but they got Geno, right?
Raiders got Geno.
And they just renegotiated his contract. Is he a Jet at 7? Carolina doesn't need a quarterback, and then it's at number 9, the Saints, and he fits that system right there. If he sneaks past 6, he's going to float a 9. Because look what happens after 9, bro. Hold on. Look what happens after 9. The Bears, 49ers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Colts, Falcons. I mean, it doesn't get good for him. I mean, you might have him falling low.
I do. I haven't fallen in the 20s.
Oh my God. So okay, the 20s. Are we looking at the team? I'm thinking the Steelers.
So if the Steelers don't get him, I see the Browns coming back in to get him.
That makes a lot of sense to me right there. I think that's a surprise. That's okay. That's 2 surprises in my opinion. You just said already.
Because I think some of the teams don't like the wide receiver cockiness out of the quarterback.
Okay, you said wide. Wait, hold on. You had me messed up with that. Hold on. Go ahead and say that again.
I think some of the teams don't like the wide receiver cockiness at the quarterback.
So, okay, I got you. That bravado as a quarterback.
Yeah, that swag is, that swag is for the pretty boy players. Yeah.
He's supposed to be that quiet professional. You get it done. I mean, you can have that Tom Brady fist pump, but no flashiness, Okay. And some teams may have a bad PR about that, but what about a team that's in a bad market and they need that buzz? You know what I mean? They need Rolexes going in the stands and stuff like that.
So a lot of people say
who's Seattle's new quarterback?
Seattle has a couple young guys. So Seattle has what's his name from Minnesota last year?
Okay, you got the quarterback. Used to be the Jets quarterback. I forgot his name. Let me hold on. I can't stand.
I'm pulling up right now too. Sam Darnold.
Yes, Sam Darnold. So you have Sam Darnold.
They also have Drew Lock.
That's not an upgrade. They
have Sam Howell.
Okay, so their quarterback room is pretty. It's okay to me. It's okay to me.
It's okay. I think Sam Howell is the guy. He's young. He's still. I mean, he played 1 year at Washington his rookie year. You know, I think Sam Howell is.
I like Sam Howell a little bit. I liked him. He kid out of North Carolina. I liked him.
Yeah.
I think he was thrusted into a situation where he had to be a starter.
Yep.
Yeah, and he didn't.
I think Pittsburgh needs to make a play for Sam Howell and give up a 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round pick.
Man, the Steelers, in my opinion, and I'll give y'all one nugget out there, 512-539-0648 at Speak on the Sports at NYG Men for Life, and you know the YouTube channel. The crazy thing is this, the Steelers, I wouldn't put it past them to actually get a guy like Tyler Shuck because his maturity. If it's not Tyler Shuck, I'm looking at it like a Jalen Milroe who may fall past a team in the 2nd round because they just don't believe in his quarterback abilities. But imagine him running that read option, all that stuff.
So you're gonna laugh at me, okay? Because there's one quarterback that I think fits 2 teams in the NFL draft.
Who's that?
Our boy Leonard.
Wait, say that again.
Our boy Leonard out of Notre Dame.
And he reminds me of a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's just like that dude.
He's gritty, but I think that New York needs to look at him, the Giants, and I think Pittsburgh needs to look at him. I think he fits both of the schemes because he plays rough, he plays tough, and his IQ is high.
With a young guy like that, he doesn't have to play immediately. You have Russ back there, you have Jameis Winston. Yep. But I think that quarterback, are you saying he's going to be the future of the organization next? Is he going to save Brian Daboll and Joe Shane's jobs? That's not going to do it. And maybe Abdul Carter.
I don't think anybody saves their jobs.
Okay, you don't think that? Okay, well that's something we can table that for later. But okay, so give me your number 1 overall pick and why. Now, when I say that, TC, I say that when I give the big board, you know who's the number 1 rated player, right?
I say Abdul,
but it's Travis Hunter because his
he's a dual threat. And
now I didn't say he's going to go number 1. I said he's the number 1 rated player according to
Correct. I think Abdul is the best player in the draft.
You know what? I would not disagree with you on that. Matter of fact, I would say he's the best player in this draft because he could focus 100% to one position and get extremely goated in that area. While you have Travis Hunter, receiver, he possibly could put in a bad situation and even in a cornerback.
So here's why I don't say Travis Hunter is the number 1 player in the draft. You put Travis Hunter at wide receiver against Patrick Peterson.
He's gonna get stoned.
Against Jalen Ramsey. Stoned. Against middle linebackers.
He's not coming across the middle. What he's gonna do is take some sweeps and he's gonna take some speed outs.
I don't care what
throw the ball and stuff like that. He's not going to be running.
I don't care what he does.
Okay.
I'm going to put a helmet on him, and I'm going to remember that I'm going to let him remember that he's on the wrong side of the ball.
Facts. That's old school. That's old school football, and I agree with it.
And somebody's going to put a hat on him as he plays wide receiver and remind him this is the NFL.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I think he has.
Can he play both ways? Yes, I think he has the ability to. I think you have to be smart about him playing both ways, but I think it's more offense on gimmick plays, um, maybe some punt returns or some kickoff returns. I would like to see him a kickoff return because he has a lot more ability in the kickoff return game with new rules. But offense totally, I don't know. I mean, he may get 10 plays a game on offense.
And that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with him getting some. You can't throw the book. A wide receiver is very hard to learn in the NFL. It is very hard. Some people run different route trees than different schools. I mean,
And his route running is horrible.
But look what's going on in Tennessee right now with that kid. Amaya Leba. If I chewed your name up, I'm sorry, sir. But I'll say the quarterback that left Tennessee, and also some wide receivers. They said that the route tree in Tennessee is not an NFL route tree. It's so different. So you got different things that guys are running. And what if he comes to a place, it's a little different and he can't do it? I mean, they say he
can't run routes. They say his route tree is horrible.
See, and that's the difference. I mean, how long can agility get you? First of all, you got to master one craft, in my opinion. First, Deion Sanders, one of the greatest defensive players in the history of the sport, in NFL football. He started out mastering the craft that he got drafted in cornerback. Then they decided they saw his talent and moved him to wide receiver. Then the man played baseball. That's another thing.
But look at wide receiver. How many plays did he really play at wide receiver?
He didn't get like a lot of plays like Travis Hunter wants to play down. He
didn't get a lot of burn. He got plays, when they were down 7 points, 14 points, and Deion, I would need you to go make a play.
Yeah, but the point is he made them plays.
He did, but Travis Hunter don't have Deion speed.
And he doesn't have. I just think he's frail. His body's a little frail. Can you grow?
He did put some weight on. He's up to about $185 now.
About $185. It took him that much, 185. That man need to be at least 195, in my opinion.
So he put some weight on right before the pro day. He beefed up a little bit. He put some muscle on. Shador beefed up a little bit as well.
So I'll give you an example. He's outside corner, right?
Yes.
The play looks like, and they're playing the Baltimore Ravens. The play looked like it's gonna go deep, but what? They do a draw to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry's coming your way, and you 185. What you gonna do?
I make a business decision.
Exactly. So
I'm making a business
not being your body weight, not being up to par. That man.
I'm making a business decision at 210 with Derrick Henry.
So imagine 185. So all right. So we know. Okay. So we know PFF has this. Travis as number one. Who do you have going number one to Tennessee? And give me the reason why Tennessee would pick this player in your opinion.
Tennessee picks a quarterback.
Okay.
Now there's two sides of this coin with Tennessee. Tennessee either picks Cam and keeps the pick, or Tennessee trades back to 1 through 5 and lets Cam go and grab some more picks.
So, okay, who's the trade partner? Got to be somebody that wants to move up.
New York?
No, they will not do it. It's too rich. I'm telling you.
Not the Giants. Not the Giants, the Jets.
Oh, okay, now you talking.
The Jets. The Raiders.
Okay. Now that makes sense to me.
Now here's the surprise one. Are you ready?
Except the Raiders right now. They just got Gina. So.
The Cowboys.
Oh, I can't sizzle with you on that one, bro. Give me the background before I disagree with you. But I already disagree with you. Go ahead. Give me the background.
The Cowboys trade up and take Travis Hunter, number one.
Oh, see, you had me messed up. I wasn't paying attention to the other side of it. So Cowboys trade up they're all the way at, right now, Cowboys are all the way at pick number, hold on a second. 12. So the
Yep.
Cowboys going to cost them a lot from 12 to 1.
Oh, it's going to cost them
That's like
this year's
4
one.
picks.
Probably 3. They probably won't get the. They're not going to get the Robert Griffin or the Carolina trade. No one's going to do that again.
Yeah,
But they're
Tennessee
going to give up.
don't.
They're going to give up this. They're going to give up. They're going to give up the 12th pick. They're going to give up next year's number 1, and probably this year's 2 and next year's 2.
Mm. I mean, are the Cowboys in a win now situation? And is Travis Hunter going to be that guy to take him to the next level?
No, but I think if they don't do something, if they don't start putting some building blocks together, they're not going to do anything. They didn't make any. Their offseason move was trading Trey Lance and picking up Milton.
Okay. All right.
Now,
512-529-0648. Call, be a part of the program. So you have the Cowboys going that drastic. Okay.
now think about it from this point, though.
Okay.
Joe Milton, Travis Hunter, Michael Parsons, and Diggs.
Is Diggs already on the squad? Did he join y'all?
Not wide receiver Diggs.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, got you. Okay, got you. So that's just hard for me to look at because I could see the Cowboys doing that, but I don't know if it's going to be for. Or it probably has to be Travis Hunter because you don't need a quarterback up there. You have
It has to be Travis. You're not gonna take Abdul Carter because that's Michael Parsons. That's Michael Parsons Jr.
Exactly. So, I mean, in your scenario, they could possibly do that. I don't think it makes sense for them to do it for the simple fact.
It's a horrible decision on Dallas, but Dallas is known to make horrible decisions.
Yeah, they are. So, but okay. So you have Tennessee possibly keeping that. What quarterback did you pick for them?
Ward.
You got Cam Ward. Okay, and the possible scenario with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. All right. So, all right. Me, I have Cam Ward going number 1 to the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis is just not. He's just not that guy. I'm telling you right now, Will Levis is not the guy. And I'm not saying it in any way to hurt the man's feelings or anything like that, but the play has shown he's just flippant with the football. And interceptions and turnovers in the NFL just don't cut it. I think they go at Cam Ward at number 1. However, in the scenario, I do see a possible trade with them. So let me go in here and look at the positions. So the Giants could move from 3 to 1. They could do that potentially. However, I don't see the Giants doing it because the Giants, they need talent. They are devoid of it. Am I right or wrong? They are devoid of a lot of talent.
Yeah, but 3 to 1 won't cost them much though.
Oh my goodness, it'll cost you enough for the future.
It'll cost you this year's first,
2 firsts,
maybe next year's first, and then you guys are gonna swap a few picks.
No, it's more than that. I'm telling you.
Well, you're gonna give up a second. You're gonna give up a second. You'll give up first and a second.
Yep.
But you'll move some picks. You'll move some picks around.
Yes. But what I'm saying is the Giants, the scenario I have the Giants, they need more talent. They're depleted of talent on that team at all. It doesn't work with the Patriots. At 5, can the Jaguars move up from 5 to 1? Yes, but they got the quarterback. You usually move up for a quarterback, or do you move up to get Travis Hunter, Abdul?
No, the Jags move. No, the Jags move number 2.
Yeah, I think the scenario that could possibly happen is possibly the Jets at 7 moving up to 1 to grab a Cam Ward. But my gut tells me Cam Ward is going to the Tennessee Titans.
The Jags move up to 2 or 3.
And that makes sense to me at 2 or 3. Because you have a guy, or they stay where they need to be, and they pick.
No, they move up. They move to 2 or 3. If they move up, they take Shador.
The Jags, when they got Trevor Lawrence there right now,
If they move up, they take Shador.
you gotta trade Trevor Lawrence first, though, in my opinion. Trevor Lawrence has to be gone. You can't have
Trevor
that
Lawrence
big
will be. Trevor Lawrence will be gone.
Okay, then Trevor Lawrence is
Trevor Lawrence
gone.
goes. Trevor Lawrence goes to Miami.
They just I don't know. You got to have another quarterback in this instance for Miami. Maybe Tua goes to the Saints. There has to be a Saints give up their 9th pick for Tua. I mean, something like that has to happen.
I think there's going to be some serious moving pieces. In the first 10 picks, I think you're going to have some crazy trades. I think some players are going to move. And I'm going to give you the surprise of the draft. And this is going to hurt me and you.
Okay.
Don't be surprised if Philly gets in the top 15.
And I don't, you know what? And the way I look at that, the way I see the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, Howie Roseman and what he does, I wouldn't put it past Philly to actually probably move back with another team, gather more picks, or even move up again to get in the first round. They probably move out of the first round. I don't know. The way Philly does stuff is weird.
I'm gonna give you the biggest trade of the draft.
Okay, let's save that. Save that for next week. We don't want to give them all the goodies yet. So, but we're gonna go to number 2. Okay, number 2 pick. All right, I'll start this one off since you started the last one off. At pick 2, I have the Cleveland Browns picking Travis Hunter. And the reason I say Travis Hunter because, man, that GM is already showing the love fest in him, saying that, hey, you know, we'll play on both sides. We don't care. We'll do this. We'll do that. And logically, if you look at what the Cleveland Browns have on the team already, they have the quarterback. That quarterback's not going to be the person that gets drafted this year with all the money tied in. And you're not going to get Abdul Carter unless you're looking at Myles Garrett retiring, and he's not retiring because he just signed a huge contract. So the pick here, in my opinion, it's got to be Travis Hunter. He can do 2 things for you: put another cornerback out there on defense, and actually help you on offense too. So Travis Hunter. Now my trade scenario with this all involves the New York Jets. Okay, the Jets could try to jump in front of the Giants here at 2. Because they think they're going to get Shador and get Shador Sanders. I should have saved that for draft day, but that was some good nugget right there. Because I could see the Jets moving up with that. What do you think about that?
So I can see the Jets moving up. I actually going to disagree with you on a portion of that. I actually see a dual Carter going to the Browns because Myles Garrett is a in the dirt hand. Abdul, you put in the stand up like Micah Parsons. And you know your offense is crap, so you win games through your defense.
But that's a lot in that position. Okay, so go ahead. All right, what is your trade scenario here at number 2?
Oh, the Jets trade number. The Jets. If there's any trades, and I believe that if there's any trade that goes for Shador.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And if the Jets pick up Shador, and I know a lot of people are going to think that the Giants are losing out in this aspect, and if the Giants are losing out in this aspect, I don't. And I'm not saying Shador is not good, but I'm also saying that for the number 3 pick overall, you got to stand out to me a lot more. You got to do more in with regard to his record. Kid is accurate. Kid is good, but I just think New York, they need a transformational player at that position, and I don't see the Giants moving up in this scenario. But I do see the Jets trying to jump ahead of us to actually get the quarterback that they covet so much in New York. He has all the bravado. He has, New York market. Shador Sanders with the New York Jets, it would be crazy. Dion popping up out of nowhere. Then you're going to get Darrelle Revis coming off his island and actually coming back. So it's going to be a big scenario. All right, 512-539-0648. Join the program. Call in if you'd like. Leave a comment. and see what you think about our first 2 picks in the draft. I think the consensus right now, T, is both of us consensus we have Cam Ward going number 1 to the Tennessee Titans. And number 2 is where I think we differ. You have Abdul Carter and I have Travis Hunter. All right. So moving on to pick number 3. So it's your turn right now. You start off with the New York Giants. Who do you think the Giants pick at 3? All right. And why? And is there a trade scenario where the Giants could possibly move up or move back?
I think the Giants actually moved back.
Okay. Now give me the trade partner.
If they pick, I think they move back. And I think they move back to 5 or 7. I don't think they really want Shador, and I'm gonna say something that most people aren't gonna agree with me with. I don't believe Travis Hunter is the best corner in the draft.
And you know what? Who is that best corner? I think it's a toss up between 2, but go ahead. So you don't think he's the best corner guy?
I think Barron is better than Travis out of Texas.
Barron? Jahan Barron?
Yeah, I think he's better than Travis out of Texas.
I'm going to mention Benjamin Morrison or Will Johnson out of Michigan. So
Michigan's a little harder for me. I think Johnson is a good one. I think Johnson is also good. Michigan is a little stretch for me. You know, there's a guy at D2 who was a lockdown corner and was locking everybody down.
Okay.
And yep, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I like that kid. I really like that kid.
And you know, but
Pirates. I've got his team.
I just don't believe.
Yeah.
I think the Giants have other needs, and I think the Giants already have cornerback issues. I think that they have to find somebody to replace Banks.
Exactly. But I don't want us to look at another a corner. There's a cornerback from Maryland that's highly rated. Stay out of the Maryland market. Cornerbacks are not born and bred in Maryland. Okay, you're gonna get your defensive lineman and maybe a wide receiver out there. Cornerbacks are not from Maryland. But
I don't think Maryland plays high enough ball to produce a cornerback.
Thank you, and that's no knock on you, Maryland. I mean, you have a lot of other things like
you had Diggs come out. Wasn't Diggs out of Maryland?
I don't know. I don't know what school he went to. I think he probably went to Louis. Let me see. Stephon Diggs, University of Maryland. He was in Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's when Maryland was in the ACC.
Exactly. Probably when they had competition. So, all right. So, who do you have the Giants picking at that point? So, you have them moving back.
I think they move back.
Okay, you got a scenario. They move back with who?
I think they move back and take Barron out of Texas.
So they move back and take Barron out of Texas, the cornerback. Okay. No offensive lineman, nothing like that. All right. So in my scenario here, all right, I have the New York Giants drafting Abdul Carter. And I say that because he's a transformational player. And also if Travis Hunter and Cam Ward are already gone, Abdul Carter is the guy next. I don't think the Giants.
If he's there, the Giants take him.
Yeah, because I mean it's BPA. We all know best player available, and he's a guy you could plug in immediately on that defense and just say, "Hey, go hunt the quarterback, go get."
But if he's not there, I don't think they take him. I think Travis is going to feel step away because he's not going to go 1 or 2. Shador is not going to go 1, 2, or 3. I think there's going to be some animosity. You're going to have to hear Deion's mouth. Shador's going to have to prove some things. I think Travis has got to prove some things. And I'm not knocking Travis, but I just don't think either one of them has played top 5 ball consistently.
Well, we can discuss that at a different time because I have a lot to discuss with regard to Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter. Get your jerseys retired and immediately after you don't have to come back. But we'll discuss that the next time. So Okay, I have Abdul Carter at 3 for the Giants. Scenario with a trade with the Giants would possibly be 2 teams right now. So the Giants have the 3rd pick. All right. What teams are calling right now? It's not the Patriots. It's not the Jaguars. The Raiders are not. They're going to stay pat. 7 is where the pressure starts. You're going to get some Jets calling in, but the Jets don't call in. Look at number 9. All right. Shedeur Sanders is still available. The Giants could move back to 9, possibly get a 1st-round pick next year, something this year. But with that pick, they would have to not have any interest in Travis Hunter, because if Abdul Carter's there, they're going to get him. So 1 has to be Cam Ward, 2 Abdul Carter. I don't know if they pick Travis Hunter right here, or they get a team that's really needy for him. But my pick is Abdul Carter, number 3 with the Giants. So you have the Giants moving back. You have them possibly.
Yeah, I say they don't go past 7. I say it's either 5 through 7. I don't think
Okay.
they go back to. I don't think they go back to 9 because I don't think that the players that they want are going to be there at 9.
And I agree. It's going to be one of those instances where the Giants going to look at the value of going back that far and guys on their boards, and who's on their board right now and who's worthy of that number 9 pick, potentially trade with the Saints, or number 7 with the New York Jets. All right, moving on. Pick number 4. We got 2 more picks. We're going top 5 today. You going to start this one off, or am I going to? Oh, you start this one off.
So we got at 4.
No, sorry, it's me. It's my turn. Okay, I started off.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Pick number 4. The Patriots. All right, the Patriots would love for Abdul Carter to slip past the Giants. Would love it. Okay, they need that. But what else would they need right now? They need a transformational wide receiver. They need help for Drake May. Drake May is just like out there, and I'm looking at Tatario McMillan out of Arizona. Guy 6'5", 212. He's only 22 years old. He can go to the Patriots. I mean, he's a Patriot guy, probably. He can learn in there with them, but definitely get some weapons for Drake May. A trade scenario for them right now. And I go back to these teams that I think need quarterbacks. You got the Jets at 7. And you have the Saints at 9. If they can move out of this position, because they don't need to draft a wide receiver this high. And what teams after that need a wide receiver? Maybe the Raiders? Nope, but I think they pick up Ashton Genty. The Jets don't need wide receivers. You go look at pick number 8. That's the possibility right there. But if the Jets give you their pick, Jets move up 3, get Shedeur Sanders. They move back to 7, pick the same guy they wanted, and pick up some capital. I think it's good. But I see them moving to 7, not past 8, because the Carolina Panthers are looking to get some talent for their resurgence of their quarterback. What do you think?
At the number 4 pick, New England Patriots select running back
Don't say Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty.
Okay. All right, man. We ain't seen a brain this time, and I need to know why. Tell me why you think Ashton Genty will go to the Patriots. Patriots don't pick a guy that high like that.
New regime, new order. Ashton Gentry is a.
Boy did have Derrick Henry when he's with the Titans, Mike Vrabel.
And he's looking and they're spending some money this offseason. They're no longer the stingy Patriots team. They're spending some money. They're going to get players. They're trying to win again. Who does Ashton Gentry remind you of?
Okay, hold on. You're gonna hold on. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna get his name. Tell me why Ashton Gentry though. Tell me why. Who does he remind you of? I'll give you mine.
He reminds me of Alabama. Not Derrick Henry, the one before Derrick. Carter. Cadillac Williams.
Who? Cadillac
Cadillac.
Williams.
Yep.
Sherman Williams.
Now,
You know who you remind me of? And I think he's
who's
going to be in
that?
the NFL. Trent Richardson.
Yes, that's another good. That's a great comparison.
But he
Great
was
comparison.
terrible in the NFL.
But Trent was good for a few years. He got hurt,
He was terrible in the NFL.
but
He had a lot
he
of
was
problems.
also in the Browns, so that discounts everything that he was terrible about.
He was
Um,
terrible. Trent
but
Richardson.
you know who produced the market though, and it was shown this season. Saquon came out and showed that you have a great running back who can pass, who can catch, and who can run, can take you places. I believe
Okay.
Ashton can run. I believe he can pass. I don't know how good he can block now, but
Okay.
you know, you got to put a young running back with a young quarterback so they can grow together.
I agree with that. But Ashton Genty at 4 to the Patriots, I mean, that'll set a precedence. But you
You're
got
not
to
going to
look
pay
at
him. You don't got to pay him really either. Remember, he's not going to get that. He's not going to get big dollars because the scale's already slated. So he's not going to get.
well, they're slated the top 5. They're slated the money dwindles down as you go down.
Yeah.
You have a 5th-year option on him, but I think they can get a running back in the 2nd round easy, and they pick up that number 1 wide receiver for that's just me.
Well, they picked up. Hold on. They picked up.
I got you. So they acquired a 2025 5th round pick from the Dallas Cowboys for quarterback Joe Milton, and the 2025 7th round draft pick as well. They re-signed linebacker Christian Ellis. I don't see a lot of offense that they got re-signed here. So I'm just saying they need a moneymaker on the I'm looking at the depth chart right now. I don't see a lot for them. Well, they got is Diggs on this team? Diggs, they got Diggs. But
Yeah, they found Diggs.
So they got Diggs. So look, they got Diggs as starters, Kendrick Bourne and Javon Baker. Look at their running backs: Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, Terrell Jennings. Man, Ramondre Stevenson, he's probably going to be the starter, but some of these guys got to go. Like Terrell Jennings, you can get somebody else in there.
So then do they select Will Campbell out of LSU?
Now, I wouldn't doubt that either. I mean, that's a good premium on that quarterback. The only thing about Will Campbell out of LSU, they keep mentioning it, but the dude has started 38 straight games in college. I think he had 1 sack. He gave up 1 sack, but they talk about his arm length, I think, which is 32 inches, his arms. You know, they like the guys with those long arms that look like tree trunks. But he is a great player, and I wouldn't put it past him to draft him at that area.
They really only have about 4 or 5 picks, so they may trade back and try to get more picks. They really don't have many picks.
Now that's the thing; they can trade back out of this position to go to a team. You can get in front of a team, man. That look, they can get in front of is Jacksonville. Jacksonville already got receivers. The Raiders, it might be a problem. The Jets are not going to be a problem. The only problem I see is Carolina trying to get another weapon for their quarterback, or they might go offensive line.
If Shador's on the board, you're gonna get some phone calls.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But you and you know what? They could possibly go back all the way to 8 because I think Carolina's going to look for offensive line help. That kid needs some help at offensive line.
I think they can go back as far as 11.
So you think they go back as 11? Let me see.
That's a dream scenario for San Francisco. They get Shador. That's Kyle Harrison's dream.
Wow. Oh.
They don't want to pay Brock Purdy. They already don't want to pay Brock Purdy.
And this
Where
is
did
true. I've
Dion
been doing a lot of rumors about
where
Brock Purdy as well.
where did Dion start his career at?
Atlanta,
Where he go next?
Dallas, no 49ers, or is it Dallas?
He went to
Dallas.
San Fran, then Dallas.
Yep, and then Dallas. Okay. All right. So you know what? That kind of makes sense. I'm feeling that a little bit. So the next one right here is our fifth and last one. I don't think a lot of people are talking about the Jaguars and their scenarios because the Jaguars right now, right? You know, what do the Jaguars need? Top 5 pick. Let me see. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They need a defensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, safety. That's what the team needs is. So at the 5th pick, this will be you now. You can go over this. The 5th pick. What do the Jaguars need? And who do you think they're going to pick in a trade scenario possibly?
So give me 1 second here.
Yeah, no problem. I just look at them.
So the Jags have the fifth pick. They have the 36th pick, the 70th pick, and the 88th pick in the top three rounds.
Okay.
And they got 107 and 106 in the top 4 rounds. The Jags need a lot of help.
So okay. First, give me a scenario if they stay and pick at 5. And
if they stay, it is Ahmed Mabuko from Missouri, offensive lineman.
Now he's been moving up some draft boards a lot. And you think they need a tackle? They said needs defensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, safety.
Because I don't believe Brandon Sheriff resigns.
No. You gotta look at their depth chart.
I believe Brandon Sheriff left.
And he was man, that guy's crazy. All right, so let's look at the depth chart here. Love technology. We can do this. All right, so at left tackle, Walter Little, Chuma Edoga, Fred Johnson, Dennis Daly. In that order. First to left guard, Ezra Cleveland. Center, Robert Hansey. Luke Fortner is his backup. Right guard, Patrick McCarr. Cooper Hodges. Right tackle, Anton Harrison, Cole Van Lee, and Javon Forster. They had no offensive line to guard.
So he left.
Okay, hold on. Man. So tackle. He is the second rated tackle. Amon Membu, right? He's from Missouri. 6'3", though. 6'3", 314. He's 21, can grow into his body. But 6'3" as a tackle? I think he may move into guard, in my opinion. You know. But that's the pick you said he has. Give me a trade.
You know Duval. You know they're gonna try to they know how he said it. No, my bad. Duval.
No. He said Duval.
I think he's gonna try to do more. He's gonna start running more fast-paced offense.
Okay.
So you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that 6'3", 314 who got some speed.
Yeah, exactly. So all right.
Now,
so give me your trade scenario. You have him sticking.
Trade scenario. Mm-hmm. Again, it's the doors on the board. I got Dallas, San Francisco jumping up now. Now I have more teams coming up. If he's on the board at 5 still, I got the Jets calling, San Fran calling, New Orleans calling, Dallas calling.
Wow. Okay.
I got Izzy on the phone calling all the way up to 14. I think, I don't think I don't think Shador falls past San Fran, to be honest with you. And I think San Fran is going to be the one to make the jump up to get him.
To get Shador?
You get Shador.
Oh, well, you know what? He does fit that system, man. I mean,
He fits it perfectly.
He's like a Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy maybe a little bit quicker, a little bit more flat of feet. But
Pat Sherman taught him.
This is true. This is true. And what you have been moving up all the way up to possibly 5 from
Possibly 5 from 11.
Yeah. Who do they trade? They trade. What is Brock Purdy? So they don't have to pay Brock Purdy all that money. Is that what you're saying?
Nope. Yep.
Because they knew a lot of players are leaving. Okay, that's a likely scenario. I don't know how likely, but it is a good scenario. I mean, to put out there.
Now, with that scenario, you're going to give up some picks, but to cushion that pick, maybe you give up Brock Purdy in that trade, in a signing trade.
To who though? So this is the thing. I
believe Trevor Lawrence is done.
Could Brock Purdy go to the Jets? Could Brock Purdy fit somebody maybe in?
I think the Jets are. I don't see the Jets moving up to get a quarterback because I think the Jets are going to stay with Fields.
Ain't no way the Jets is going to win. They might stay with him. They ain't going to win. The man, I can tell you right now, they had a quarterback that was capable of throwing the ball at Aaron Rodgers, and they couldn't keep him upright. They're going to run the ball with Fields, but you're going to have to throw the ball in some instances. And those I think the frustration is going to come in the wide receiver position. He's not his career is not moving along. It's mainly messing with his money in that second contract. The quarterback in the position of the New York Jets. I forgot the wide receiver's name.
It's about Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is not going to be.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yep.
He gets traded on draft day. He's gone.
Yeah. Okay, so that was your scenario with them stick and pick that player at 5. You said Will Campbell at 5, and trade back with a team that needs to come up to get a quarterback with possibly the 49ers. Get most of their picks. You probably get a number 1 from them next year. Probably get the rest of their draft picks this year. Leave them maybe a 4th or a 7th. That's a big leap for them, unless they market the future instead of the now. So, okay. All right. So with my scenario, 512-539-0648, join the program, talk about this pre-draft buzz that we're giving y'all right now, myself and T Sizzle. So at the 5th position, I look at what they need, and I look at the kid, and I know it seems cliche, but I'll give you 2 things here. I think they can get a wide receiver to Tatyron McMillan out of Arizona here, or beef up that defense with a defensive tackle, because right now they're in a position to draft the best player at their respective positions right now at number 5. The best defensive tackle is Mason out of Michigan. And let me go see right here. That's position of need, according to PFF. Interior defenders. Yeah, Mason Graham, 6'3", 320. Measurables off the chains. They say he's shorter than ideal for NFL interior lineman, but he's good. He's good with his hands. So I have been picking him, and I haven't gone to wide receiver, Tatyron McMillan. However, in a draft scenario, like I told you, I have the Jaguars trading back with the Jets. Shador is still on the board in this scenario, man, that we're going through. Shador is still on the board. What team is going to come up and get Shador? Is it going to be number 7, the Jets? Do they, that's the Jets and the Jaguars? Or is it going to be number 9? Because after that, it gets real iffy, and the quality of players start going down, and your draft boards start going. So I got them trading with the Jets at 7 possibly, or with the Saints at 9 and picking up more picks in the draft, because they could still draft at those positions the guy that you want, the best tackle in the draft. Possibly before the Carolina Panthers at 7 with the Jets. What do you think about that?
I think it's possible. Um, I think Shador's gonna have a sad day.
In this scenario that we just went through in our heads right now, and I hate to laugh at the young man, but dude, he is right now in our scenario. He has not gotten past 5 in this scenario. And a couple of scenarios that they move back, teams move back, and he hasn't gotten picked. So okay.
So I saw one scenario where the Browns traded back in the 29th pick
And
with
draft Shador.
with Washington and draft Shador.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with them coming back in there and doing that. I agree with that. But whoo, man, I can't wait for the draft, man. I love doing this with you, bro. We need to do this more often. But you know the date for our next program. You guys
Hey, so
out there.
I need you to send me your number. I need to call you. I need to politic with you offline about maybe hooking up for a weekend.
Okay, no doubt, man, no doubt. We can definitely do that, man. I'll hit you up a messenger and send you the number. It's too easy. We'll definitely get up. But we have a lot more to discuss. I'm excited about the draft because I mean the last time we did this draft, I believe we got like the first 7 or 8 picks correct. All right, and then the rest were just a little out of the order.
Yeah, I believe, and we were close on everything too. We were off like a pick or two, And you thought I was crazy about the Michael Penix pick, and I was in there.
But they did that. And look, I mean, who says that Kirk Cousins? I mean, there's a lot going on. Kirk Cousins could be dealt draft night and stuff like that to a quarterback needy team.
I'm just gonna tell you, just closing out.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if AJ Brown ain't flapping no wings next year.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, he'll probably go to a team like the Cowboys, but if they're smart,
Dallas ain't got trade capital to get him.
Oh, first of all, Dallas ain't got no money for that. He'll probably go to some place like the Jaguars. He wants to get that last contract. He got his check. He got his ring. No need to do anything else. He got his ring. He good. It's about the money.
Don't be surprised if he's in Vegas or Atlanta.
And that's not a bad idea as well. I mean, I can see him
I believe Vegas is not going to draft like everybody thinks they are because I believe that Tom Brady has more input than people are giving him credit for.
No doubt, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you, man. As always, a banging program tonight. We're getting back into it again, bro. I want to wish you a happy Easter Sunday. I don't know what you're cooking on Easter.
Oh man, I ain't cooking much. Man. I got a standing pork roast.
I like how you thought about doing nothing, but I'm making a standing pork roast. I got this going.
Little cabbage and some things. Nothing major.
Deviled eggs, all that good stuff. Okay, we're about to get it in though. All right, hey brother, I appreciate you, man. Enjoyed the program. I can't wait for the draft, bro. I can't wait for the draft.
The draft is what, next Saturday, right?
Yes, sir. But ours starts this Wednesday coming up. Ours is Wednesday. Ours is going to flow in 3 days and then hit the last day of the draft. So, and then we got Notre Dame stuff to discuss, but we'll definitely do it. T, it was an honor having you on again, brother. Love you, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, I can't wait to get it again. You guys out there in TV land, thank you. We appreciate y'all. T,
we gotta get some people on the line to get in here with this draft because I know somebody out there got something crazy to say, and there's always one crazy Dallas Cowboy fan that believes they're one player away from the Super Bowl, and this guy's gonna get it for him. And we've been hearing this since Dak Prescott came, but I think that I think it's gonna be an interesting year. I think that we're gonna have a great draft. I think we're gonna have a lot of surprises. I'm gonna get on my draft board and see what kind of craziness I can come up with.
Yes.
I always have some insane scenario.
You got some scenarios, bro. You got some scenarios, but that's what makes it fun, though. That's what makes it fun. The discussions we can have, And guess like you said, it be happening. Sometimes something crazy happens. It might not happen the way we said it, but something happens that nobody else thought about.
Yep.
So that's the perspective that you bring, brother. I appreciate you, man. Hey, you have a great
Hey, no
evening.
problem, man. You too now.
We'll talk again, brother.
All right.